We're going to be using simulations. Um, this is your link to your simulations. You're going to follow this laboratory pattern. This is your electric field lab. You're going to be actually mapping your electric field using a simulation. And you'll step by step through this as you go through it. And you're going to actually give me screenshots and a laboratory memo. A lot of times people just go through this and give me what they see here. I want a laboratory memo associated with this. The other thing is I want you to try some additional patterns like 2 parallel lines or a box. I want you to come up with some different electric fields. Don't just do the one straightforward item, because what we're going to try to do is visualize what an electric field looks like. So you've got your laboratory memo here, the link to the simulations. You'll click right on here. It goes to the PhET. You'll start your simulation and you can apply grid lines. So there are the grid lines. You can put in a charge. So this is a positive 1 nanocoulomb charge. And now you can see the electric field that's generated by that 1 nanocoulomb charge. If I add a second one, you're going to see the lengths of my arrows get stronger, because the length of the arrow is going to represent the strength of the electric field. Now, if I set up a dipole, so there's going to be a negative charge and there's a negative charge, so that these are equal. I have 2 nanocoulomb charges here. I have 2 nanocoulomb charges here. You're starting to see how that electric field is mapping out. Now, we've all played with magnets and we've done magnetic fields, and it's easier for us to visualize a magnetic field. It's harder for us to visualize an electric field. But now if I start putting my charges in different rows here, and I start coming in and we've got our charges, you can see how my electric field, or the visualization of my electric field, is changing. So I can get that change in my electric field, and you can play with this and do some different fun things that you can get out there, and you can play with the different charges, but you can see how the electric field is going to change as I start adding different charges. One of the things that we're ultimately going to talk about are lines of equal potential. So I can go over here and I can take my voltmeter and I can look at lines of equal potential, and you can see that I'm pretty equal between my positive and my negative ones. If I come over here and I do another line, you'll see that that's going to be around that same number as I'm in here, and we can get those lines of equal potential. So I'm wanting you to really play with and getting a good visualization of an electric field. In physics 1, we didn't talk so much about field forces, but when in physics 2, we talk a lot about field forces. And so I want to get you to see those items there. So this is the simulation. Your lab, your instructions. So this is the introduction that I did in March, and I'm doing that introduction similar here. But what you're going to do is you're going to submit your laboratory memo. You want to do this exploration, and this is the charges in the fields. And this one, you can actually use it inside a Blackboard. I'd recommend going to the other website. It's just bigger, it's easier to use, but you do have it here as well, just in case. But there's your link to your simulation. Here's the lab that you're doing. You do want to add the additional patterns. You want to write your laboratory memo, and I would like to see screenshots to show that you played with the simulation. Make sure you do your referencing, because you do have references here. So questions about this laboratory? All right, that gets us going.